Welcome to this transcriptive tutorial going over how to transcribe and create new transcripts for your media files and sequences in Premiere. This video starts off with Transcriptive installed and licensed and with a Transcriptive account already created, so check out our previous video on licensing if you want to learn how to do that. Also make sure the Transcriptive panel is docked into one of your Premiere panel groups. Transcriptive works better when it's docked versus when it's a free-floating panel. The first step to transcribing is to log into the account that you want to use to transcribe if you aren't already. Click the account menu in the top right and sign into the account you want to transcribe with. You also need to have Adobe Media Encoder installed, and make sure you have the version of Media Encoder that matches your version of Adobe Premiere. If you have a media file like a video or audio clip, or a multicam source you want to transcribe, set Transcriptive to clip mode with this switch at the top, and then select your clip in the project panel. And you should see the text "No Transcript" and the clip's name. That tells you that Transcriptive is looking at this clip and that it doesn't have a transcript yet. If you want to transcribe a sequence, just turn the clip mode switch off and double-click your sequence in the project panel or switch to its timeline tab to open it, and Transcriptive will switch to that sequence. You'll see its name here if it hasn't been transcribed yet. First, I'm going to transcribe this clip, so make sure I'm in clip mode, select the clip and click Transcribe. You'll see the transcribe dialog, which shows the name of your clip, the length, and cost of transcribing it. Make sure this information is correct before you submit the job so that you don't pay to transcribe the wrong thing. The Transcribe With dialog selects which AI speech engine is going to create the transcript. Transcriptive AI and Transcriptive Speechmatics cost 8 cents a minute or 4 cents a minute if you're using prepaid minutes. Both are good options. We found Transcriptive AI to be slightly more accurate for English, and you can try both to see which one works better for your audio. If you're using Transcriptive Speechmatics, we recommend that you check the Combine Lines into Paragraph option for longer transcripts. If this is unchecked, each sentence will be broken into a new paragraph, which makes the text editor perform slower once you start getting into larger amounts of text. For shorter transcripts, feel free to uncheck this if you like having the text more broken up. Transcriptive AI Premium is a more accurate AI with a higher cost, 15 cents a minute or 12 cents a minute with prepaid minutes. You'll get better word accuracy, so this can save a lot of time editing the text for something like captions or subtitles. Speaking of prepaid minutes, you can purchase them by clicking the account menu, selecting prepaid minutes, selecting the amount you want to purchase, and then entering your name and credit card info to buy the minutes. You can also open the web dashboard, log in, and click Buy Minutes at the top. Either way, the minutes are automatically added to your account. When you click Transcribe, you'll see the balance, and the transcribing rate will change to the discounted rate. This is a way you can save on transcribing costs in the long run by purchasing minutes ahead of time. Next, select the language. This tells the AI what language to look for in your audio. Currently, we support 26 languages that you can see on the list here. Transcriptive AI Premium is only for English at this point, so if you're selecting a language other than English, choose Transcriptive AI or Transcriptive Speechmatics. The glossary is a field where you can enter terms that the AI might not know, like names or technical terms, and the AI will try to use those in your transcript. Results may vary since the AI still has to identify where to use those terms, but if you have a term that's used over and over, it might be worth entering it here before transcribing. Once you've entered your terms, click Create, and you can also paste a list of terms in here instead of typing them in each time. The AI speech engines aren't perfect at identifying when a different person starts talking, but you can set this max speakers option to tell the AI how many different speakers it should be looking for to label in the transcript. You can always edit these speakers after the transcript is done. The Align Current Text box is for when you're importing an already existing text transcript and you want to sync it with your clip or sequence. And we have a separate tutorial video called Syncing Existing Transcripts that goes over how to do that. I'm going to submit this clip for transcribing using Transcriptive AI. The first thing that happens is Adobe Media Encoder opens and processes the file. It's exporting an audio file of your clip to upload to the speech engine. If it seems like nothing is happening once you start transcribing, it's probably because Media Encoder is still opening. And once it opens, it'll start processing the file. You can see notifications here for each step of the transcribing process. Those steps are exporting FLAC, waiting for Transcriptive AI, which means the actual transcribing has started, and transcription complete when it's finished. Transcribing usually happens about 4 to 6 times faster than the length of your clip, which means an hour-long clip will take about 10 to 15 minutes on average. Once the job is done, the transcript will return automatically and have per-word timecode synced with your clip or sequence.
Chairman, thank you so very much, and I view this as enormously crucial.
If the transcript isn't returning, you can check the status by going to the dashboard, logging in, clicking Jobs, and checking the status. If it's listed as done, you can import it in the panel by opening the jobs list, where you can see your completed transcripts, and click the download button to import it. This transcript is saved to your Premiere project automatically, so any edits you make to the text will be saved within the project. The transcripts of any clips you transcribe are also saved to a file on your drive in the same location as that clip. If I open that location on my drive, I can see a file with the clip name and _transcript.json. If you import this clip to a new Premiere project, Transcriptive can read the transcript from this file and import the transcript in the new project. Transcribing a sequence works the same way as transcribing a clip. Open the sequence and turn clip mode off, and click Transcribe. Select your options and submit it for transcribing. Once a sequence is transcribed, that transcript is saved to the sequence and saved within the Premiere project file. So here's a completed transcript for a sequence. With clip mode switched off, switching between sequences will load the transcript for that sequence. And with clip mode turned on, switching between clips in the project window will load that clip's transcript. The transcript for the clip or sequence you select will load as long as the auto load switch is turned on. You can turn auto load off if you want the current transcript to stay loaded. The last type of transcribing we're going to go over is batch transcribing. This is a way to transcribe multiple clips and sequences at the same time. Start by clicking the menu in the top left and you'll see 3 batch options: batch files, batch folder, and batch project. These are different ways of selecting the files that you want to transcribe. Batch files opens a window where you can select multiple individual files to transcribe. Batch folder asks you to select a folder, and all of the files inside that folder will be transcribed. Select yes here if you want to transcribe everything inside any other folders in this location, and no if you only want to select the media files in this exact location. And batch project transcribes whatever clips and sequences you have selected in your project panel. So if you're batch transcribing sequences, this is the way you want to do it. Once you select your batch method, the transcribe dialog will open showing the total length and cost. Make sure this looks right and that you're not submitting stuff that you don't want to transcribe. Click continue and Media Encoder will open and process the files. You can see the progress in the notifications menu, and the jobs list will have a notification number showing how many files are still being transcribed. Once a job in the batch is done, the transcript is automatically saved to that clip or sequence. That covers creating transcripts in Transcriptive 3.0. If you want a free trial of Transcriptive, send us an email at cs@digitalanarchy.com.